Today is day 244 of Blender, and the plan is to make a Froyo exterior. So I'm going to go to Blender, click on General, delete the cube by pressing X. Let me turn on my shortcuts real quick. Okay, Shift A, Mesh, and then Plane, S to scale the plane, 4 to scale 4 meters. All right, and then I'm going to go into edit mode by pressing Tab, and then I'm going to press E to extrude the plane just a little bit, something like, let's try 0.3. So I'll do 0.3 and then let that go. And then I'll go to I to inset a little bit and I'll leave it there. I'm going to go to material properties to give this a material, but to see them I have to go to material preview at the top. So I'll do that. Click on new. I'm going to have two materials, so I'm going to click on the plus. And one is going to be the outer, which is going to be white. The second one is going to be like a grayish color, and I'm going to assign it to my selected thing. So this is what it's looking like. Obviously I want it to be a little bit less, something like that. All right, so that's kind of the base. Now let's start with the actual building. I'm gonna actually go to the outliner, call this the base. So the building, I'm gonna do Shift A, Mesh, and then add a plane, GZ to bring it up. To help, I'll turn on snapping, snap to face project, so that when I do GZ, it actually snaps to the face, to the bottom. And then turn that off and do GZ just a little bit so it's not clipping through that much. Just like that. Okay, so S and then let's do S and then 3. Something like that, scale 3. And then let's see what I want to do. So I want to be able to extrude it. So let me go into edit mode by pressing tab, then EZ to extrude. Let's do something like EZ. I feel like it's just too big. It looks way too big. How about we make this smaller? So let me go do Control Z and then S and then 2 to scale on its 2 meters, and then edit mode, E, and then that looks much better. So I want to extrude it kind of like maybe here. Not sure. Sure. I think I'll leave it like that. And then the plan is to have some windows. So let me go to front view actually. So this is my front view, meaning my actual camera is going to be kind of be like this. I'm going to look at it through this way. This is going to be my view. So I'm going to do Control Alt Numpad 0 to align my camera from the beginning. So something like this. If you do not have a numpad, you can go to Edit, Preferences, Input, and make sure Emulate Numpad is on so that you emulate the numpad with your regular numbers. But I have a numpad, so to get out of this view, middle mouse button. To go back into the view, numpad 0. So I'm just going to kind of move this a little bit over here, a little bit outwards, and do it again. So something like this might be good. So this is my view. So now I can kind of work with that. When I click numpad 0, I'm able to see how the final result's going to look like. So the plan is, let me do Control R to add a loop cut in edit mode because I'm trying to get something like some windows here. So if I select this face here, so I'll go to face select at the top, select this face, and then I think I'll do I to inset. So something like this, and then maybe I'll do E and then X to nope, never mind. Maybe I'll take this edge. Let me select edge select at the top, select this edge, and then do G. Although it's not working, I wonder why. Never mind. Okay, face select, I guess. I think I'll leave it like that, and then the problem is I need to extrude it. So G, not extrude it, but do something like this maybe. Not too much though, so I'll do G and then Y to grab along the Y-axis, and then do something like this. So that's about 0.1004 meters. All right, and then I need to do Control R, put one right kind of here. Or you know what, let me do Control Z, do Control R, and then press on 2 so that there's 2 of them. Although they're too big, so never mind. Control R one time, put it kind of in the middle, move it over here. Control R another time, put it kind of in the middle, something like that. Hopefully that's in the middle. I feel like it's a little bit left skewed though. So Alt, select this one, Shift, Alt, select that one, G, and then X to kind of go here maybe. Maybe that's in the middle. All right, and then I'll select this face. And then I'll do G. No, I'll do E to extrude it up until here. All right, so it looks something like that. Let me actually turn on, where is it? If I'm in solid view mode, let me go back here, go to the arrow, click on cavity so it's easier to see stuff, and then random so that they have different colors also. Okay, so I have to do the same thing to the other side. So edit mode, select this face, I to inset something like this. Hopefully that's exactly the right thing. Then I have to do E and then this time X to kind of move it a little bit. I'm not really sure, what was it? 0.1004 maybe? Oops. Okay, hold up. So E, was it E or G? G, X to grab, and then it was supposed to be 0.10, or I guess it has to be negative. So negative 0.1004. So it's the same extrusion in both sides. All right, and then after that, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take, can I just duplicate? No. All right, I'm going to do Control R to add a loop cut, and then I'll put one kind of over here. Maybe move it a little bit more over here on the Y. And then Control R again, add a loop cut, move it over here. And then I'll do face select at the top, select this face, and then what I could do is turn on snapping and then snap to and I'll click on edge so that when I do G and then X, well not G, E and then X, it will extrude to the edge over here. Okay, turn that off. So now I'm going to add the material. So let me go to material preview at the top, go back into object mode, and then I'm going to click on new. So it's going to be different types of materials. So can't even see. Solid view mode first. Okay, edit mode. All right, so it's going to be one, not sure. There's going to be two main ones. So this is going to be glass, these over here. I'm going to click on new, assign the material to that. Click on new and assign that material. I'm going to do surface, glass BSDF, and then I'll change the roughness in the IQR later, but it should look glass now. Okay, beautiful. And then the rest of it, which is, let's see, this one should be white. It's already white, I guess. So that's good. All right, and that's pretty much it for that. Let me see what it looks like. Okay, probably made them too big. All right, now onto the awning, the window awning. So I'm not sure how to do this. Really not sure how to do this actually. If I were to just take these and extrude them and then rotate them, maybe? No? Extrude them, rotate them, GZ to bring, oh, kind of, oh, there we go. That's kind of what I want. Something like this. Beautiful. So I guess I'll just take in maybe this side. Not sure, maybe rotate it on the X, no, on the Y. It's kind of, no, it's not gonna work out. Maybe I'll leave it like that, I'm not sure. If I extrude it, it's gonna look weird also. Yeah, it's gonna look really weird. Alright, I think I'll leave it like that even though it's not perfect. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So face select, select these faces, and then E. So hold up. So E to extrude, and then G to bring them down a bit. Something like that. Let me see what it looks like. Okay, I think that's fine. Even though it looks a little bit weird, but. So I'll go into edit mode now and I'll make sure I select these faces here. I'm trying to select them all here. All right, and then what I'll do is E and then Z to extrude along the Z axis so they go downwards a bit, kind of like this. So it looks something like this, and then I would want this to be a little, I don't know, thicker. So I would probably take in these edges here. That's a problem. Because I'm trying to extrude them. It's probably not going to work. So I guess I'll have to do them individually. So, or what if I select these and then go up here and then individual origins and then extrude? No. All right. Let me just select these then. So I'll extrude these a little bit kind of like that. I'll take these on the side, extrude. Why are they doing that? That's weird. Oh, it's probably because the normals are different. All right, something like that. Take these as well, extrude, or not. Take these and then extrude this way. This one, extrude that way. And then these ones, extrude this way. Nope. Okay, so again, it would help if I had snapping on so that when I extrude it snaps to that, and then I'll take this one and extrude and it should snap to this edge here. All right, so now we have that happening. Let me go to solid view mode so I can see better. Okay, so that's good. Oh, but here's a problem though. By doing that, I kind of messed up the topology from the top, so that's really bad. Alright, so I guess what I'll have to do, either I can take these faces. I'm just not sure why it's not being divided. It's so weird. Let me do Control Z, I guess, 5,000 times. So it's back to normal. Now it's not letting me do that. That's great. It's okay. I can fix this one and I could just bring this one. Let me turn off snapping, then do G to bring it back to how it was. So G and then Y. Same thing with this one. G, then Y. Or maybe Control Z and just do those together. So let me turn this on, and then G, Y, and then snap to this edge. Okay, beautiful. Okay. And then what's the problem here? This one extruded weirdly. What I could do is, I don't know, if I do Shift N to recalculate normals and then I just take this one and then extrude this way, would it be weird? There we go. Okay, so now it works. So select this one, I think this one would do that. I don't want that to happen. So I'll do Shift N to recalculate normals and then extrude. But it's still doing the same thing. So weird. And it should be divided by. So I'm not sure why it's not working. Oh, well, now it's working. There we go. Okay. So now that I put a Control R loop cut around, I think it should work without being too difficult. And then I'll just take this one and move it this way. So G and then, that is so weird. X. So GX and then there we go. Do the same thing for this side. So I'll select these, something like that, and then I'll select this one, something like that. Okay, so now everything is fine outside. All right, and then we still have our stuff at the top. So, at this point, I want there to be a sign, so I'll do Shift A mesh and probably add a cube, GZ to bring that up, and then SZ to scale it down, SY to scale it on the y-axis, or probably Control Z and then SX to scale it. There we go. And then G, kind of snap it to the edge because I haven't turned off snapping yet. Let me actually turn it off. And then GY, move it to the center, GX to move it up a bit, S and then X to kind of scale it around this way, GZ and then S and then Y to kind of scale it. So, and then I'm just going to make sure that it's snapping to the face. So I'll turn on snapping again, face project, and then do G, and then X so it snaps to that face. Okay, and then I'll do Shift D, and then RZ 90, so rotate 90 degrees along the Z axis. And then I still have snapping on, so it should snap to the Y, so GY. Then I would do GX to move it kind of over here, and then GZ to bring it up a bit. And then GY. Nope, GX. Okay, so that's going to be like my signs. Let me just do GZ to make sure it's not kind of the same. All right, turn that off. So that's going to be where my text is going to be. It's going to say like Froyo or something. I don't know. And then I want there to be like a ice cream thing at the top. So not sure how I'm going to do that. I think of, I don't know, a cone. Let me think. So I could do not a cone, a cylinder. Or I could do a cone. Hold up. Let me go here, put my little thing here. What do you call it? The origin cursor to the whatever here, so that when I do Shift A and add a cube, it's going to be added there. Go to geometry nodes, click on new for a new geometry node system. Disconnect the input from the output, and then go to add mesh primitives, add a cone, connect that to the geometry so I'm able to see it. Oh yeah, it does work like that. Okay, so radius bottom, probably do the opposite. Radius top, do something like this. Okay. So radius top 0.8 meters, radius bottom 0.5 looks fine to me. Maybe what I'll do, radius top, make it a, sure if I want it to be, well, I think that's fine. And then I think 2 meters for the depth is good. So that's my little cone. And then I'll make sure that it has the fill type none, so that's open at the top, right? And then I'll go to the arrow, apply that, go back to layout. I'll right click shade smooth, although maybe I don't want it to be smooth. I don't know. And then I'll go into edit mode, and then I'll do alt. Well, first of all, let me go to edge select and then do alt to select this bottom edge, and then F to create a face from that from those edges. So now it's closed at the bottom, and then I'll go back into object mode, go to modifiers, which is the wrench icon, and add a solidify modifier to give it some thickness. So something like that, even thickness. Now it looks like a cup. All right, so that works, but then I needed to have kind of like, I don't know, an extrusion. If I do Control R to bring it up here. Oh no, it's because I haven't applied it yet. Let me apply this in object mode. No, did I duplicate it? My bad. In object mode, let me apply that. And then in edit mode, I can do Control R or just do GZ because I already have one. Or not. Control R, put one here. And then I can do face select and then Alt to select all these faces. And then I can do, let me see, I can do Shift N to recalculate normals. And then let's do, what's the thing? I think it's, how do I get that menu again? Is it Alt E? Yeah, Alt E, extrude faces along normals. So now it's going to do something like that. So just to kind of give a little Blender anatomy lesson, or geometry, I don't even know. So normals are basically lines that are parallel to, well, no, they're not parallel, they're perpendicular to your face. So each of these squares are a face, and so they have imaginary lines that are perpendicular. So there's literal lines sticking out. And so what you do is if you want to extrude along those lines, you're extruding along the normals basically. And I could actually see here the normals. You'll be able to see them. These are the lines. So each face has a line extruding out of it. And so when I do Alt E, right, and I say extrude faces along normals, it's going to extrude the faces literally along the normals. So if you see this line is pointing, where is it? So this line is pointing forward. So if I do escape Alt E extrude faces along normals, it's gonna go forward. As you can see, the faces are going to extrude forward. So that's kind of the idea. So let me turn that off now. All right. So I'm not sure if I wanted to. It looks more like, I don't know. Oh, you know what I could do? I can add a subdivision surface modifier. And then, well, that probably did nothing. If I do Control R in edit mode, bring this down, doesn't really do anything for the top, which is what I wanted it to do. It's okay. Let me apply that, and then now I have to make kind of like ice cream. It's supposed to be froyo, but I guess we could do ice cream. It doesn't really matter. So not really sure how to do that. If I go into edit mode, ooh, this is kind of messy now. And I do Alt and select this edge. I can do F to create a face, right? Because it doesn't really have to be filled up. And then I'm gonna try to make like frozen yogurt. I don't even know. Maybe if I do a UV sphere or a Taurus. I could do a Taurus. Oh my god, last time I used this was the donut tutorial. Okay, S to escape, GZ to bring it down. And then, oh no, wait, hold up. Control Z. Where did it go? So Shift A, mesh, and then Taurus. And then here, I need to decrease the major radius. I just can't see it. So how am I supposed to? It's okay. Oh yeah, I can see it. So I need it to be kind of like this. Now I can bring it up, GZ, and then scale it. So it's something like that. And I could do, whoops, let me go selection, right click, shade smooth. Um, no, okay. Add a subdivision surface modifier. Let's do something. Oh, it's alright. It's okay. It's good. So I can increase that a bit. Apply that. Let me see what it looks like in material properties. So it's kind of the idea. If I do, no, I want to leave it like that. So then I could do Shift D and then GZ to bring it up and then scale it down a bit. And then do Shift D again, GZ to bring it up, scale that down a bit. It just needs to be closed. It's not closed. How do I close it? I needed to make the radius a little bit more or a little less bad or a little less open. So let me do Shift A, mesh, and then Taurus, and then make sure that it goes to a point where there's literally no radius. Kind of about here, maybe? Something like that. Increase the segments as well. And I think I'll leave it like that, and then I'll right click shade smooth, and then S and then Z to scale on the Z axis, and then I think I'll delete, go back to selection, delete, or maybe not delete it, let me put it to the side. And then I'll scale this up actually, and then put it over here at the top, and then GZ to bring it up. All right, does that make sense? Maybe, maybe not. And it's closed at the top, so it's all right. I think that's fine. So let me delete these. Maybe this one could be a little bit lower, something like that. Okay. And then let's see, maybe a cherry on the top would be good. How do I make a cherry? Shift A, A cherry is a circle, right? Okay, so UV sphere. GZ, scale to bring it down, kind of move it over here, scale it a little bit bigger, and then kind of do S and then Z to bring it down, GZ to bring it here, something like that, and then right click shade smooth, and then I need the little thing for the cherry. What do you call it? I don't even know. I'll do a curve, I guess. So a curve, and I'll do a nope, not that. Mesh. Where is it? These are new. I've never seen these before. There's a round cube. What's a round? Oh wow, that's a new shape. Okay. All right. Either way, first of all, this is not even centered. Okay. Shift A, curve, Bezier curve. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I'm gonna do R X 90. Nope, wrong thing. Something like this. So R and then rotate like that. S to scale. And then I need it to be kind of like here. Actually, maybe I don't need that. Maybe, no, let me not do that. And maybe I want to make this a little bit more round, so I'll do S and then Y to make it rounder, and then S and then X to make it rounder here as well. All right, I think that's fine. Okay, so for the texture of the cone, let me go to, well, I am in material preview. Click on new. I'm just gonna give it a random color for now. These are gonna be white, and then the cherry at the top is gonna be red. All right, that's kind of the idea. All right, so that's my little cone. For the sign, I'm gonna do like, I don't know, do I want to do, let's see what fonts I can use. Let me go to thefont.com and see what font I want to do. Let's see if there's like yogurt fonts. Okay. But I don't think it's gonna be too visible though. I could try that one. So I'm in between Ice Cream by Vladimir Nikolic, yes. Or Ice Cream, oh, it's the same author. So Vladimir has two ice creams. So this one, Ice Creamer or Ice Creams. I think I'm gonna go with Ice Creams, see if that would be better because I know that, let me download that. I know I could make it look really nice 3D because it's gonna be like extruded. So I'm gonna open that up and then I'm gonna unzip it, meaning I'm just gonna literally bring it to my desktop and then go into here and I'll go to solid view mode and then I'll do shift A mesh and then add a cube. I'll just do G, bring it down here. Go to geometry nodes and then I'll click on new to add a new geometry node system, disconnect the input from the output, and then I'll do shift A and add a string to curves node and connect that to the output so I'm able to see it in the viewport, which is this place at the top where everything is. And the reason I don't see anything in the viewport is because I don't have anything set as my string yet, which is my text. So I don't know, maybe I want to do Froyo. And then I have it here now, but it's in a weird position. So I want to do Shift A and get a transform node and do 90 degrees on the X, so it rotates 90 degrees along the red line, which is the red axis. And then to get it, let's see. Well, I need two of them actually. So, um, that one would be for the one at the top. I could do Shift D to make a copy. Let's see. So this is, okay. And then rotate on the Z by 180. Oh, but then both of them are going to do that. Hold up. I think there's a realize instances. Hold up. Realize instance node. So then now if I do one thing here, oh, really? Or is it the other one? Okay. If I do Shift D, no, it's probably going to work for other things. Yeah, never mind. I'll just keep one and then figure things out later. Just make a copy later when it's done. So to give it some faces, I'll do Shift A and get a fill curve node. And I'll change the fill type to n-gons because if I go to wireframe mode, I'll be able to see that if I have it triangles, it's very messy. So n-gons kind of fixes that. Then I'll do Shift A and get an extrude mesh node and put that in here, and that's going to give the letter some thickness. Let me go back to solid view mode, change that to 0.1. All right, so now it has thickness, but if I look at the back, it's not filled, it's actually hollow in the back. So to fix that, I'll do a Shift A and get a join geometry node. So I'll put that in here so it joins the extrude mesh and the fill curve. Whoops, okay. And now it's filled in the back. Okay, now here's the fun part, the font. So back to the first node to string to curves, I'm gonna go where the F is, click on the folder, and then find the font that I downloaded, which is Ice Cream. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? So nice, so cute. If I want some spacing in between, I could do spacing kind of like that. So they're not that close together. So that's fine. And then finally, I can do Shift A, mesh, get a set material node to work with the material here. So I'll select whatever material that is. And that's pretty much it for that. If I go to material preview, I can actually go to the material properties, click on new, and then, hold up, which one is it? Is it this one? Material 7 is what it's called. Okay, there we go. So I can now change whatever color I want it, and I don't only have to do one certain color. I could also go to shading and give it random colors. But while I'm here, I do notice that I could probably make these a little bit thicker. So I'll do maybe, ooh, not like that. If I do 0.13, how does that look like? It's okay. All right, so I'll leave it like that, and I'm not sure what kind of color theme I'm going for, so I'll leave that to the end. But that's one. That's going to be my heading that's going to go on these blue boxes here. I'm not sure what else to do at this point. Let me go to render preview. So in render preview, I need to actually have this be cycled so that the glass shows. And because the glass is going to show, I need some stuff on the inside. Or actually, instead of it being visible, I could probably just do, I can make it rough. So I can make it like not as visible, or maybe that's the IQR. Hold up. So where is it? Oh, I have to go into, here we go. This is the glass material. I should probably call it glass. Okay, so for this one, the roughness, I'm going to, let's see, increase it. So the more I increase it, the less I see on the inside. So I'll do IQR, let's see, IQR 0.930. All right, and maybe I'll leave it like that. I'm just trying to get it to a point where I don't really see what's inside, because if I am able to see what's inside, then, oh, I think I can see what's inside. Then it's not, I'm gonna have to actually do the stuff inside, and I don't want to do that right now. Let's do 1.3. I need it to be like flat, like foggy, I guess. That's the word. I don't know. Anyway, let me put this one here. So I'll do Shift D to move this here. All right, and then do G X to kind of move it here. All right, G Y, make sure it's not crazy or something. All right, so that looks good. And then maybe GZ to put it in the center a bit. And then I'll take this one and then do R and then Z 90. So it rotates 90 degrees along the blue line, which is the Z axis. And turn on face project. So snapping, so it snaps the face here. GZ to bring it kind of in the middle. Turn off snapping. And then I think that's good. Just do G and then Y to move it here. All right, and then the little ice cream. Let me go to material preview. So it has to be, I need it to be more textured. Not sure how I'm gonna do that. Maybe I don't have to do it. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I do want the cherry though to be very shiny, so I'll decrease the roughness. Maybe not that much, but I do want it to be shiny. Maybe do S and then X to make it shiny like that. And then this can stay white, it's fine. This one though, not sure. Is there any way I could do like, I need it to be more bumpy. More rough, so it's like more rubbery. I kid you not, I only use like 3 of these, like metallic, roughness, so I like have no idea what the other ones do. What is clear coat rough? I don't even know. Emission strength? No. Maybe I'll leave it like that, doesn't matter. All right, so this is my little cone. So what I'll do is, I'll do Control J to join, or not. Okay, great. Do these have anything? It's because they don't have their own materials, that's why. So I'll give these, hold up. I'll give this a name of ice cream and then go here and choose the ice cream material. Ice cream, then select everything, then Control J. There we go. Now it keeps its form. So now if I click on it, it's just one object. And then I'll put this one on top of the roof. Okay, I'll turn on snapping because it currently doesn't want to do that. So GZ, G, Y, GX. All right, and then shrink it a bit. GZ to bring it down. I need it to be in the center. So let me go to top view by pressing the button under the escape key and hovering over top. I think it's already in the center. Okay then. Numpad 0. Well, obviously that's not going to be visible. So GZ to bring it down. Then I'll have to move this kind of this way. That's not gonna work. Move it down a bit, Control Alt number. Alright, so maybe that would work. Alright, so then after that, I just kind of wanted to, I don't know. Let me go to the render preview. This is what it's gonna look like. I need this to be cuter though. It's not cuter. What exactly am I gonna do? I need to make sure that these are not that visible. That the glass is very like, okay, 3.1 looks good for the IQR. Okay, for the Froyo, I'm not really sure what theme I want to go for. And first of all, why are the edges black? What? No way. Whatever. Maybe I'll go with the black and white, or maybe I'll just search up a color theme. Let's go to colors. Palette generator or explore color palettes. All right, maybe I'll take this one because it looks more froyo-y. If that's even a word, it's probably not a word. Okay, select this one, and then maybe I should have made the cone like a nice purple color or something. Ooh, that's cute. Okay, that's cute. We could do that. Oh, and then maybe I can make the ice cream like instead of it being white, I can do like I don't know, different colors. But no, it's okay. I'll leave it like that, and then these little awnings, I don't like the word awnings, it's so weird. But these things are called awnings, window awnings, apparently. That's what I searched for online. I need to give them a color. And first of all, not only a color, but I need to give them like a texture, which is going to be really hard because I don't know. Hold up. Let me go to ambient, see if they have like awnings. It's such a weird word. Really? Window? No. Window awning PBR texture. Seamless wood roof texture, glass window PBR, no. Glass PBR. Okay, you know what? Never mind. How about I just search for, I don't know. Let me go materials, see what they have. Maybe I'll actually search for fabric. So I'll do fabric. Actually, I mean, this one looks fine, but I think I'm gonna maybe try it out without, maybe try it out with just giving it their own colors and see how that goes. And if I don't like it, then oh well. So I'll do face select these faces. This one too, this one too, and then also the ones at the bottom, but I think those are already selected, or am I wrong? Yep, I need to select them. Okay, so then after that, I'll go and create a new material and I'll call it, what am I gonna call it? Awning. Is that how you spell it? I don't even know. Whatever. I'm gonna assign it to that, and then I'm gonna go with something like, I don't know, what color do I choose here? What's the color palette? Maybe blue. I love blue. It's my favorite color. So paste that in there. Ugh, maybe not. It's too what do you call it? Light. This one's maybe fine, I don't know. Let me see what it looks in render preview. I mean, I guess it's okay. Even the like Froyo thing, I think is okay. Um, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just keep it one color. Maybe I'll actually just keep the same color. Let me go back to solid view mode. Nope, material preview. All right, I'm gonna probably take the color of the cone. Let me actually call it the color of the cone. And this cherry, and paste that in here. So paste that. Oops, I think I just accidentally didn't take the color right. I paste that. Okay, there. And then I'll go into edit mode and then select these faces by pressing shift and then just selecting them. Okay, and then I'll click on, oh, awning and assign that. There we go. Beautiful. Let me see what it looks like. Okay. And then what else to do here? Probably take the cherry, but I can't really extrude the cherry anymore because I joined the stuff. Oh well. Let's see what I can do now. Render preview. That's what it's gonna look like. Let's do a title, I guess. Oh, the thingies. I don't know what they're called. What color do I want to do? Black? I could do black. Ooh, I could do black and white. That's like cute. Not black and white, black and purple. So that's really cute. And then what else? What if I make the cone black? And then I should probably make the cherry like red. What if I make the cone black and purple? I don't know, which one's better, black cone or purple cone? Let's do purple cone. All right, and then I'll make the sign for the Froyo place, I guess, on the outside. I don't know. Oh, maybe I should make seating. That's probably cute. Let's see. I think I could do like a pole maybe that says Froyo. So I'll do Shift A mesh and then I'll do a cube. Bring it down here. So I'm going to scale the cube by doing S and then X to scale on the X-axis. And then whatever, I'll go to object properties and whatever scale I applied on the X, which is like 0.060, I'll apply on the Y as well. So it becomes kind of like a pole. Just bring it kind of over here. And then I'll do G, Z, not G, Z, S and then Z to scale on the Z axis. Just kind of bring it up here. I think I'll do even more, so S and then Z to scale on the Z axis and make sure it snaps to the face. And then maybe make it a little bit thicker, so I could do S and then Y, or S and then X. And then copy that to the Y. And then I'll do like a cube, which is maybe like this. So do Shift D and then snap it over here, S and then X to scale on the X axis, something like this, and then snap it over here. And maybe S and then X to scale even further. Do something like this maybe. Turn off snapping and then bring it up. So G and then Y to kind of bring it up here. Not sure if I want it to be that way or we'll see. That's how it's gonna look like. So maybe bring this a little bit upwards. Maybe bring this a little bit over here. Or I'll probably just do turn on snapping and then do G, G and then X to scale. Not to scale, but to move there, then G and then Y, so it snaps there. And then maybe probably should have made it the same size. So S and then Y to scale on the y-axis, then G and then Y. I probably could just take the scale that it has here and apply the same thing here. Oops, nope, not that. Alright, so that's good. And then I think if I zoom in a bit, if I go to top view, I could just do G and then put that in here and then it'll look fine, I think. Alright, that's good. And then if I go to 0, I'll be able to kind of see it. And then what I'll do is I'll just do Shift D to the Froyo sign, scale it down, and then just put it right in there. And then just scale that even more. Put it right there. Alright, and I think I'm done. So if I go to render preview, this is what it looks like. Should probably color this. So this one should probably be black. And I think everything else is fine. Think that's it. I'm going to definitely move the lighting though. So if I move the lighting, I need there to be something like, first of all, maybe it would help if I add a backdrop. So I'll do Shift A, plane, scale this, maybe not that much. All right, do G to bring it kind of over here. I'll do G, Z to bring it up. So it snaps to the face, then GY, then GX. And then let's see, GZ. There we go. And then in edit mode, I'll go to edge select, select this edge, easy to extrude the edge, then go into, actually I probably should do a little bit more, something like that. Then go to modifiers and object mode and add a bevel to the edge so that when I increase the amount and increase the segments, it becomes like a backdrop. And then I'll go apply that and right click shade smooth to get rid of those lines. And then I'll do R and then Z to rotate along the Z axis and then kind of do S to kind of scale kind of like that even more. And then I'll have my beautiful little backdrop, which I need to actually give a color. So I'm not sure which color I'm going to give it. Maybe black. Maybe that would work. So if I go and give it a black material, I guess that's fine. And then let's see. I can even make this. Now that I think of it, I could actually make the what do you call it? This be glow in the dark. Unless I want it to actually be. Maybe I should make it white. I don't know. I could leave it like that, or I could not leave it like that. I'm not sure what I want to do. This is like dark mode. What if I do like light mode and have there be like area lights? So I'll do Shift A, light, and then area. GZ to bring it. What am I doing? Okay, turn off snapping, then GZ to bring it up, and then size 5. Then do GX to move it here, GY to move it here, GX to move it here. Let's see what that looks like in render preview. Alright, definitely need more of that. Let me save this real quick. I haven't saved it yet. I'm crazy for doing that. Imagine it just froze. Okay, let me save Blender file. Alright, for me, lighting is the hardest part. Lighting is the hardest part because I have no idea. I just put random lights until it looks good. But I need to like start coming up with like a procedure. Let me do Shift D and then R, X, 90, GY, GZ. And then let's see. Maybe if I make this white, and go 0, see what the final result is. Now why isn't this black? It used to be black. I'm so confused. No way, the objects are linked. So I'm going to take the backdrop, go to Object, Relations, and then make single user materials so that when I change the color of the backdrop, it doesn't change the color of the pole, which should just be black. Okay, so I think that's fine. And then let's see. Um, I guess I'll go with that. I don't know. Hmm. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. What I would want to do though is have this Shift D and then R, then Z to rotate kind of this way, then just move it over here kind of. Right there. See what that looks like. It's barely even doing anything, so that's great. How about I move this closer? I'm so confused. Is it supposed to be reversed? Oh my god, we love lighting. I don't even know what to do with this right now. What are our other options? So I have shift A. Oh, the strength, the power, that's why. Okay, let me fix the power. So power, if I do 100, would that be really bad? That's okay. Numpad 0. Alright, maybe that's fine, I think. And if I do 100 here, I think that's good. Alright, so I'm going to do Control S to save, and then the top one I'll also do 100. So it looks bright. Alright, so I think that's it. And then I'll go to render properties. It's in cycles. So I'll scroll down until I see light paths, and then under direct, I'll change that to be 4, and then the indirect lighting I'll change to be 1. Alright, and then Control S, and then finally render image, and then let's see what the final output is. Alright, this is the final result, and now I'm going to go to image, save as, and then I like to save my stuff based on the date and then R for render, so 10/9/22 r.png. Then I have my little folder here, and that's it for today. Oh, by the way, I don't